the County Hall of Fame Bill, Senate Bills number 18 of 2023 by Senator Miraj Abdullahi Abdulrahman, the Public Fundraising Appeals Bill, Senate Bill number 36 of 2024 by the Senate Majority Leader, the Committee of the Whole House also of the County Oversight and Accountability Bill, Senate Bills number 3 of 2024 by Senator Ledama Olekina and Senator William Kisang.
Kindly take your seats. Clerk, you may proceed to call the first order.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Senator Wakoli, Senator Morango. Honorable Senators, I take this opportunity to welcome you back from the recess. I hope that you had time to meet with your constituents, friends, and families over the past 2 weeks. Now, part 3 of the 5th session commences today and will run until the rise of the Senate on Thursday, 2nd of July, 2026. Now, Honorable Senators, as you will recall, in part 2 of the session, the Senate considered and passed 6 bills, being the Divisional Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026, the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025, the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bills number 72 of 2023, the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 48 of 2024, the Forest Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 38 of 2025, and the mediated version of the National Disaster Risk Management Bill, National Assembly Bills number 24 of 2023. These bills have been referred to the National Assembly for consideration. Honorable Senators, as you may be aware, of these bills, the Disaster Risk Management Bill, National Assembly Bills number 24 of 2023, the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025, and the Forest Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 38 of 2025, were assented to by His Excellency the President on Friday, the 29th of May 2026. The Senate also considered and passed the following motions: a report on the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the stoppage of transfer funds to the County Government of Meru pursuant to Article 225(3) of the Constitution and Section 97(1) of the Public Finance Management Act. Report of the proceedings of Artificial Intelligence Conference on the Role of Parliament in Shaping the Future for Responsible AI held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Mainstreaming gender perspectives in legislative and policy processes. Implementation of recommendations by select committees on county public accounts and county public investment and special funds on Auditor General reports for the financial year 2024-2025. Extension of time on the consideration of the Traffic School Transport Rules 2026, the Traffic Drink Driving Rules 2026, the Traffic Motor Vehicle Inspection Rules 2026, and the National Transport and Safety Authority Operation of Commercial Vehicles Regulations 2026, and approval of sittings of the Senate to be held in Kilifi County. I take this opportunity to commend all senators for your dedication in advancing the legislative business. However, I wish to remind you that we still have a long way to go in processing business. As honorable senators will note from the program of business, there are several bills at the second reading and committee of the whole stages, as well as motions on various matters. Additionally, in the coming days, the Senate will be expected to consider other financial instruments in the form of County Allocation of Revenue Bill 2026, the County Government's Additional Allocations Bill 2026, and the respective cash disbursement schedules. In this regard, I urge all honorable senators to remain focused and committed by prioritizing plenary sittings as we continue to discharge our mandates. Now, honorable senators, as I conclude, I wish to reiterate that my office remains open and accessible to all of you for consultations and support in fulfilling your duties. I wish you a fruitful deliberation in part 3 of the 5th session. I thank you. Next order.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
The Senate Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the Senate today, Tuesday 2nd, 2026. The Social Health Insurance Act, Tariffs for Healthcare Services, Amendment Regulations 2026, Legal Notice number 78 of 2026. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, questions and statements.
Now, statements pursuant to Standing Order 53-1, Senator from Busia County, the Honorable Andrew Omtata. That statement is dropped. Senator for Nandi County, the Honorable Samson Chiraike.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and good to see you back. Mr. Speaker, I request for statement on the compensation of former employees in the county government of Nandi whose appointment were unprocedurally revoked in the year 2024. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare on a matter of county-wide concern regarding the compensation of former employees of the county government of Nandi whose appointments were unprocedurally revoked in the year of our Lord in 2024. Mr. Speaker, sir, in 2024, the county government of Nandi unilaterally revoked the appointment of more than 1,800 employees following a human resource audit by the Public Service Commission, which revealed that they may have been irregularities in their recruitment. Notably, the reported irregularities were administrative in nature and were not attributed to the affected employees, but they nevertheless suffered the consequences. Some of the affected individuals sought redress in the courts and were awarded compensation after the court determined that the county government of Nandi had violated their constitutional right to fair administrative action. Others have since been reinstated or re-employed by the county government of Nandi. However, many others are yet to receive any compensation from the injustice they suffered from the county government of Nandi. Mr. Speaker, in the statement, the committee should address the following: whether the county government of Nandi has provided any form of compensation to the former employees whose appointments were revoked in 2024, but who never sought redress in the courts following the determination by the Employment and Labor Relations Court at Eldoret in petition E0112 and E0116 of 2024 in brackets consolidated that the revocation was unprocedurally and violated the constitutional right of labor rights of the concerned employees to their fair administrative action. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, sir, the number of the former employees who have been reinstated or re-employed by the county government of Nandi to date, including whether there is a structured engagement between the county government of Nandi and the affected individuals to ensure they are adequately appraised of employment opportunities within County Public Service Board and accorded priority in recruitment exercise. Number 3, Mr. Speaker, the measures instituted by the county government of Nandi to ensure that future human resource audit and verification exercises are undertaken in a manner that safeguards procedural fairness and ensures employees do not suffer consequences of administrative errors that are not directly attributed to them. Number 4, Mr. Speaker, whether the Public Service Commission could issue general guidance to regulate the manner in which the county governments address the reported human resource irregularities in order to ensure compliance with the Constitution. And finally, Mr. Speaker, whether the county government of Nandi could consider instituting policies to provide for psychosocial support to employees affected by such process in view of mental and emotional toll occasioned by the loss of livelihood. Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, let me proceed to my second statement as approved by you. Request for statement on non-recovery of erroneously sent funds through mobile transfer platforms and the need for consumer protection. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Information, Communication and Technology on a matter of national concern regarding the protection of consumers who lost their funds through erroneous mobile transfer, particularly on M-Pesa and other money platforms, mobile money transfer. Mr. Speaker, sir, many Kenyans continue to lose money after erroneously sending funds to unintended recipients through mobile money platforms. In many instances, affected consumers are left to pursue the recipients directly with limited support from service providers, notwithstanding that...
Order, honorable senators, we may consult, yes, but keep it on the down low. Proceed, honorable senator.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let me take that one. In many instances, affected consumers are left to pursue the recipients directly with limited support from service providers, notwithstanding that the fact that the transactions occur on platforms owned, operated, and controlled by those service providers who also earn revenue from the transactions. Mr. Speaker, sir, Kenyan courts have addressed related questions on mistaken payments, recovery of funds, and duty of care owed by financial and mobile service providers. For example, in the Kingdom Bank Limited versus Alice Wanja of 2024, the court held that money paid by mistake is recoverable and that the receiving institutions are expected to act expeditiously with disputed funds. Further, in Safaricom PLC versus Kafwa, 2023, this must be Abukusu, the court affirmed that the Safaricom owes its customers a duty of care in relation to service provided in its platform. It is therefore necessary to review existing regulatory framework, including the roles of Central Bank of Kenya, the Communication Authorities of Kenya, and Competition Authority of Kenya, in ensuring that mobile money platform provide remedies to affected consumers. In the statement, the committee should address the following: the number of complaints received by Central Bank of Kenya, the Communication Authority of Kenya, and the Competition Authority of Kenya relating to erroneous mobile transfers, including the total value of funds reported lost, recovered, or unrecovered from 2020 to date. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, the existing procedures and timelines applied by Safaricom and other mobile service providers in tracing, freezing, reversing, or recovering funds sent erroneously upon notification by affected consumers. Number 3, Mr. Speaker, the legal, technical, and operational limitations, if any, that prevent mobile money service providers from freezing or reversing erroneous transactions within a reasonable time after notification. Number 4, Mr. Speaker, the measures taken by Central Bank of Kenya, the Communication Authority of Kenya, the Competition Authority of Kenya to protect consumers, resolve complaints, and enforce compliance by mobile money service providers. Number 5, Mr. Speaker, the status of any proposed policy, regulatory, or compensation framework intended to provide clear recourse for victims of erroneous money mobile transfer, including whether service providers will be required to establish mandatory reversal, escrow, freezing, or compensation mechanisms. Mr. Speaker, the last one, the steps here undertaken by the Central Bank of Kenya, Competition Authority of Kenya, and Communications Authority of Kenya, CAK, to ensure transparency and accountability by mobile money service providers through public discourse of complaints, reversals, unrecovered funds, enforcement actions, sanctions, and consumer redress mechanisms. Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank you for the indulgence.
Senator from Busia County, you may proceed with a statement that had earlier been dropped.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for your indulgence. I request for a statement on the irregular development of affordable housing projects on public and community land. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53, Clause 1, to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources on a matter of national concern regarding the irregular development of affordable housing projects on public and community land. Mr. Speaker, sir, grave concerns have arisen from the Auditor General's report on the affordable housing program, which reveals that numerous projects have been undertaken without lawful allocation, proper documentation, or adherence to established legal procedures. These actions contravene constitutional provisions, particularly Articles 10, 40, 60, 62, and 63 on national values, property rights, and land management. They further breach the Land Act, Land Registration Act, Community Land Act, Public Finance Management Act, and the Physical and Land Use Planning Act, pointing to systemic lapses within implementation agencies, including the State Department of Housing and Urban Development and the National Land Commission, NRC. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, a comprehensive register of all affordable housing projects flagged by the Auditor General as lacking proper land ownership documentation with details on allocation and implementation status. 2, the legal status of land on which these projects sit, confirming whether due process was followed in allocation, reservation, or conservation. 3, compliance with the constitutional requirements for public participation and consent, particularly in relation to community land under the Community Land Act. 4, the steps taken to regularize land ownership, including issuance of valid titles or leasehold interests to secure beneficiaries' rights. 5, actions taken against culpable officers or entities and detailed preventive measures to ensure strict compliance with land laws, planning standards, and public finance management in the current and future projects. 6, whether investigations have been initiated by relevant oversight and enforcement agencies, including the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, and provide their current status. Signed, Andrew Mtato Koiti, MP, Senator from Busia. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Senator Mundegi.
Mr. Speaker, sir, request for statement on increases in student strikers in secondary school across Embu County. Mr. Speaker, sir, rise person to Standing Order 53-1 to check a statement from the Standing Committee on Education on matter of county-wide concern regarding the alarming increases in student strike in secondary school across Embu County. Mr. Speaker, sir, a stable and uninterrupted running environment is essential for the effective implementation of the school curriculum, particularly during the second term when candidates and other learners are preparing for their final examinations. The recent change in unrest and strikes in several schools as disrupted learning, caused destructions of property, and raised give concern among parents, teachers, and the wider public. Report indicate that institutions such as Kegonge Boys High School, Ken Girls High School, Chicago Day Secondary School, Kiamuringa Secondary School, Kangaro School, Kavutere Secondary School, Kanyuere Boys High School, Tagaya Girls High School, and Katondore Secondary School, among others, have been affected. In the statement, the committee should address the following: whether the Ministry of Education has undertaken investigations to determine the underlying cause of the increasing student strike and unrest in Embu County and across the country. The immediate steps being implemented by the ministry to contain the current situations and prevent further strikes and disruption of learning. 3. Plans to reinforce guidance and counseling programs in all learning institutions and preventive and supportive measures for students. The long-term strategies and policy measures are intended to permanently address the underlying cause of student unrest, ensuring stability, discipline, and a conducive learning environment in schools nationwide. 5. Mechanism for accountability, communication, and stakeholder engagement to ensure parents, learners, and teachers, and to prevent the integrity of the education system. Senator Alexander Munyimodigi, Doctor of M County.
Senator Consolata Wakwabubi. That statement is dropped. Senator Beth Siengo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Request for a statement on the payment of 42 million for Chan 2024 insurance cover. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53, Part 1, to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare on a matter of national concern regarding the payment of 42 million for insurance cover in respect of the 2024 African Nations Championship. Mr. Speaker, sir, a payment of approximately 42 million was meant for insurance brokerage services relating to Chan 2024 to Riskwell Insurance Brokers Limited. The firm was registered shortly before the tournament, and records from the Insurance Regulatory Authority show that it was not licensed as an insurance broker for the relevant period. Additionally, members of the 2024 Chan Local Organizing Committee were not fully involved in it or briefed on it, the procurement and payment process relating to the insurance cover. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1. The circumstances under which the payment of 42 million was meant for Chan 2024 insurance cover, including the source of the funds, the approving authority, the date of payment, the beneficiary account, and the entity responsible for initiating the payment. 2. The reasons the insurance brokerage services were awarded to Riskwell Insurance Brokers Limited, including whether the firm was duly licensed by the Insurance Regulatory Authority at the time of engagement and payment. 3. The procurement process followed in engaging the insurance broker, including the number of bids or quotations received, the evaluation criteria applied, the bid amount submitted, and the basis upon which the successful firm was selected. 4. The circumstances under which the 2024 Chan Local Organizing Committee was kept out of insurance procurement and payment process, despite its role in tournament planning, risk management, and coordination. 5, and the last, the measures being taken to establish accountability and safeguard public funds, including action by the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, Football Kenya Federation, the Insurance Regulatory Authority, and Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, and investigative agencies to recover any irregular payments and prevent reoccurrence in future international sporting events. Senator Beth Siengo, MP, nominated by ODM. Thank you.
Senator for Taita Taveta County, the Honorable Maruma.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity to request for a statement on admissions into teacher training colleges. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Education on a matter of national concern regarding admissions into teacher training colleges. The Kenya Universities and Central Placement Service, KUSPS, has yet to open its portal for applications to diploma teaching courses, a delay that risks disadvantaging learners who are passionate about joining the teaching profession. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, the reasons why applications to join teacher training colleges through KUSPS remain disabled and the expected timelines to have the issue resolved. 2, the approved teacher training colleges, private and public, in the country, including their capacity in terms of learners, teaching and non-teaching staff. 3, the fees charged by these colleges per learner, together with the government's capitation support, indicating whether the capitation is disbursed at once or in tranches, and if in tranches, specifying the number and amount per tranche for the year. 4, and last, whether the government has plans to ensure that the learners in these colleges are eligible for support from the Higher Education Loans Board, HELB. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator from Kirinyaga County, the Honorable James Murango.
Asante, Mr. Speaker, kwa nafasi hii. Mheshimiwa Speaker, nasimama kwa mujibu wa kanuni ya kudumu ya 53(1) ya kanuni za kudumu za Seneti kuomba kauli kutoka kwa kamati ya biashara, ukuzaji wa viwanda na utalii kuhusu athari zinazotokana na kuendelea kuagizwa nchini kwa mchele usiotozwa ushuru. Mheshimiwa Speaker, kuongezeka kwa uagizaji wa mchele kutoka nje ya nchi kumevuruga pakubwa soko la mchele nchini. Hali iliyosababisha wakulima kutoweza kuuza zaidi ya tani metric 100 za mchele, huku wakitarajiwa kuvuna msimu wa pili wa zao la mchele katika kipindi kifupi kijacho. Hali hii inahatarisha maisha na uchumi wa maelfu ya wakulima, hasa katika maeneo yanayolimwa mpunga kama Mwea, Ahero, Bunyara na Western, ambao hutegemea kilimo cha mpunga kama chanzo chao kikuu cha mapato. Katika kauli hiyo, kamati zingatia fuatayo. 1, sababu na msingi wa sera iliyopelekea kuagizwa kwa mchele usiotozwa ushuru licha ya kuwepo kwa kiwango kikubwa cha mchele wa hapa nchini ambao haunjauzwa, pamoja na kutaja kiwango cha mchele kilichoagizwa na waagizaji waliohusika. Pili, mipango iliyowekwa kuzuia wakulima kupata hasara, hasa ikifahamika kuwa tani metriki 100 za mchele hazijapata soko huku msimu wa pili wa mavuno wa mchele ukikaribia. Tatu, hatua za kuwakinga wakulima mchele dhidi ya ushindani usio wa haki unaotokana na uagizaji wa mchele kutoka nje ya nchi, kudhibiti bei ya mchele na kuhakikisha sekta ya mchele nchini inalindwa na kuimarishwa. 4, tathmini iliyofanywa na serikali ya kitaifa kuhusu athari za kuagiza mchele kutoka nje ya nchi usiotozwa ushuru kwa wakulima humu nchini, wasagaji wa mchele na sekta zima ya kilimo, na matokeo ya tathmini hiyo yawasilishwe mbele ya Seneti. Na 5, hatua za kuimarisha uzalishaji wa mchele nchini, kuhakikisha wakulima wanapata soko la uhakika, kupa kipaumbele matumizi ya mchele wa hapa nchini katika taasisi za umma na katika mipango ya serikali ya utoaji wa chakula. Ya pili, Mstahiki Spika, ni kauli kuhusu kuzorota kwa mauzo ya majani chai kutoka Kenya katika soko la nje. Mheshimiwa Spika, nasimama kwa mujibu wa kanuni ya kudumu ya 53(1) ya kanuni za kudumu za Seneti kuomba kauli kutoka kamati ya kilimo, mifugo na uvuvi kuhusu kuzorota kwa mauzo ya majani chai kutoka Kenya katika soko za nje. Mheshimiwa Spika, kufuatia utozwaji wa ushuru wa 0.8% kwa mauzo ya majani chai yanayoenda nje ya nchi, wakulima majani chai na wadau mbalimbali nchini wameelezea kufadhaishwa kwao na kupungua kwa kiwango kikubwa kwa ununuzi wa majani chai kutoka Kenya kutokana na ongezeko la gharama linalosababishwa na ushuru huo mpya. Mbali na hayo, kumekuwa na wasiwasi kuhusu kuendelea kupotea kwa masoko muhimu ya majani chai kama Sudan na Iran kufuatia changamoto za kidiplomasia pamoja na madai ya mienendo isiyo ya kimaadili kutoka kwa baadhi ya wahusika katika sekta ya chai nchini. Hali hii inatishia maisha ya maelfu ya wakulima majani chai ambapo hutegemea kilimo cha majani chai kuwa kipato ama riziki yao. Katika kauli hiyo, kamati izingatie yafuatayo. 1, sababu ya kuanzishwa kwa ushuru wa 0.8% kwa mauzo ya majani chai nje ya nchi, ikiangazia jinsi umma ulivyoshirikishwa pamoja na iwapo mashauriano ya kutosha yalitekelezwa baina ya serikali na wadau wake. 2, iwapo serikali imeweza kutathmini athari za ushuru huo kwa mauzo ya majani chai kutoka soko ya nje, hasa kutoka soko la Mashariki ya Kati, ikijumuisha taarifa ya kuelezea kama taasisi husika zimefanya mazungumzo na wanunuzi na wauzaji ili kubaini changamoto halisi. 3, mikakati ambayo idara husika nchini inachukua kuzuia Kenya kupoteza masoko ya kimataifa ya majani chai, ikieleza pia kama serikali inakusudia kuondoa ushuru huo ili kuimarisha ushindani wa majani chai kutoka Kenya. 4, hatua ya dharura ambayo serikali itachukua kuwalinda wakulima wa majani chai dhidi ya upungufu wa mapato kutokana na kuzorota kwa mauzo ya majani chai katika soko za nje. 5, hatua za kidiplomasia ambazo serikali inachukua kuzuruisha utata uliopo kati ya Kenya na Sudan ili kurejesha uuzaji wa majani chai kutoka Kenya nchini Sudan. Na mwisho, mikakati ambayo serikali inachukua kuangazia madai ya mienendo isiyo ya maadili kutoka kwa baadhi ya wahusika katika sekta ya majani chai nchini wanaodaiwa kujihusisha na udanganyifu pamoja na biashara isiyo ya kimaadili dhidi ya wanunuzi kutoka Iran, hali iliyoharibu sifa na hadhi ya majani chai ya Kenya katika soko huko Iran. Senator Kamau Murango, Senator Kaunti ya Kirinyaga. Asante, Mr. Speaker.
Senator John Yutu.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I raise pursuant to Standing Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Health on a matter of national concern regarding the status and operational capacity of blood banks in the country. Mr. Speaker, sir, blood banks are a critical pillar of the healthcare system, ensuring timely access to safe blood and blood products for patients in need. However, Mr. Speaker, persistent challenges including inadequate stocks, shortages of screening reagents, and even distribution to county referral hospitals have raised serious concerns about the ability of the Kenyan National Blood Transfusion Service to meet national demand. Addressing these gaps is essential to safeguarding lives, strengthening emergency responses, and upholding the integrity of our health system. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, the current status and distribution of blood banks and satellite transfusion services nationwide, including the operational capacity and adequacy in servicing the population. 2, details of current blood bank stock levels by blood group and region, and assess whether existing supplies are sufficient to meet national demand. 3, the availability and adequacy of blood screening reagents and laboratory supplies for infectious diseases testing, including HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and syphilis, and outline measures to address any shortages. 4, whether all county referral hospitals and blood transfusion centers are adequately equipped with functional screening equipment, storage facilities, and qualified personnel to ensure safe blood services. And 5, Mr. Speaker, measures by the Minister of Health to guarantee timely and equitable distribution of blood and blood products to county referral hospitals and other health facilities, particularly during emergencies and periods of acute shortage. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Hamida Kibwana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My statement is on the attack and death of Ms. Rachel Wandeto and the emerging pattern of targeted violence in public life. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on National Security, Defense and Foreign Relations on a matter of national concern regarding the tragic attack and subsequent death of Ms. Rachel Wandeto, who succumbed to severe burn injuries on 18th May 2026 at Kenyatta National Hospital after being assaulted by masked assailants in Mwiki, Nairobi. Mr. Speaker, sir, in recent times, the country has witnessed increasing hostility, threats, online abuse, politically motivated intimidation, and acts of violence targeting individuals perceived to hold differing views or positions on various matters in society. This growing culture of intolerance threatens the democratic values upon which our nation is founded and risks entrenching violence as a response to disagreement. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, the status of investigations into the attack and death of Ms. Rachel Wandeto, including steps taken to ensure accountability to all perpetrators. 2, the prevalence and patterns of targeted violence in form of particular or socially motivated attacks, threats, and harassments, and the measures taken by security agencies to protect targeted citizens and victims of such violence. 3, the effectiveness of existing laws and enforcement mechanism in addressing hate speech, incitement, cyber harassment, and gender-based intimidation. Finally, interventions promoting tolerance, peaceful engagement, and protection of constitutional freedoms, including adequacy of psychosocial and legal support for affected families and victims of targeted violence. Mr. Speaker, if you allow me to read the second one that you have approved. On the recurrent fire incidents in institutions of learning including Utumishi Girls Academy and Hillside and Arasha Academy. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to the Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on National Security, Defense and Foreign Relations on a matter of national concern regarding the alarming increase in fire incidents in learning institutions across the country, including the fire outbreak of the Utumishi Girls Academy in Gilgil, Nakuru County that occurred on 28 May 2026, and previous tragic incidences such as the devastating incident at Hillside and Arasha Academy that occurred in September 2024, among many others, whose causes and accountability remains unresolved. Mr. Speaker, sir, the continued occurrence of fires in our schools has become a national concern that threatens the safety, well-being, and lives of learners across Kenya. These incidents have left behind destruction of property, destruction of learning, trauma among students and parents in some cases, and tragic loss of lives. In the statement, the committee should address the following: the circumstances surrounding the fire incident at Utumishi Girls Academy, including the cause of the fire, the number of learners affected, and the status of investigations. Number 2, the status and findings of investigations into school fire incidents from 2022 to date, including the 2024 Hillside and Arasha Academy tragedy, and criminal action taken against those found culpable. Number 3, the existing safety and emergency response protocols applicable to learning institutions, particularly boarding schools, including when the protocols were last reviewed or revised and whether they are adequate. Number 4, the number of learning institutions, particularly boarding schools, that have functional and up-to-date safety and emergency evacuation equipment, including fire extinguishers, alarms, emergency exits, assembly points, evacuation plans, and trained personnel. Number 5, the status of safety audits conducted in learning institutions, including the date of the most recent nationwide audit, the number of schools audited, the findings of the audit, the level of compliance with prescribed safety standards, and the action taken against non-compliant institutions. Number 6, the measures being taken by the relevant government ministries and agencies in collaboration with county governments to ensure regular safety inspections, enforcement of compliance in all institutions of learning. Finally, the interventions being undertaken to support affected learners, staff, and families, including measures to ensure the safe resumption of learning in affected institutions. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Senators, allow me to make this communication. Senator Kibwana, I'd like to acknowledge the presence in the public gallery this afternoon of a visiting delegation of 5 teachers and 91 learners from Dururumo Girls High School in Laikipia County. The delegation is visiting the Senate for an academic exposition. On behalf of the Senate, on my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to the delegation and wish them a fruitful visit. I will allow the Senator for Laikipia under 1 minute to extend a word of welcome.
Asante Bwana Spika kunipa fursa hii. Nataka kukaribisha wanafunzi na walimu wa shule ya Ndurumo ambayo iko Laikipia, na hii shule inajulikana sana kwa sababu kwa masomo wao huwa wamebombea sana. Shule ambayo iko Nyahururu, na ni shule ambayo wanafunzi wengi ambao wamesomea katika shule ile wameshika nyadhifa tofauti katika Jamhuri ya Kenya. Kwa hivyo vile ambavyo ningependa kuwaambia wanafunzi ni ya kwamba mtie bidii katika masomo yenu na mlenge juu, kwa sababu mkilenga juu, sina shaka pangu rohoni, nyinyi ndio mtakuwa viongozi wa kesho, na mnaweza fika mahali popote ambako mtakapotaka. Mnaweza kuwa marais, manaibu wa marais, magavana, ana chochote kile ambacho nakitaka, uwe daktari, uwe rubani na chochote kile kingine ambacho unachokitaka, lakini utie bidii. Jambo lile lingine ambalo ningependa kuomba wanafunzi na hasa wa Jamhuri ya
Senator for Laikipia,
ya Kenya yote,
1 minute is 60 seconds.
Ni watie,
conclude please,
wawe na nidhamu katika masomo yao, kwa sababu tumeona janga ambalo limetokea hapa Gilgil kwa sababu ya wanafunzi. Asante Bwana Spika kunipa fursa hii. Utovu wa nidhamu. Asante. Ukuwa na utovu wa nidhamu. Spika ndio amenikanganya kidogo, lakini asante Spika, na nashukuru kwa kunipa fursa hii. Asante.
Now, honorable senators, before I allow comments on the statements that have been sought, pursuant to Standing Order 45-2, allow me to rearrange today's order paper. We will move to handle order number 8, thereafter move to order number 14, all the way to 22. Once we are done with those orders, we will resume the normal flow of today's order paper. Clerk, kindly proceed to call those orders.
Order number 8, motion, reports of the Senate Kenya delegation to the sittings of the Pan-African Parliament, PAP, committees and other Pan-African Parliament organs held at Gallagher Convention Center, Midrand, South Africa, on 13th September to 20th September 2024, and on 28th October to 17th November 2024. Resumption of debate, question to be put.
Do we have the requisite quorum? Senator for Kilifi, kindly take your seat. Honorable Senators, debate on this motion had been concluded, and I will therefore proceed to put the question. That the Senate notes the reports of the Kenya delegation to the sittings of the Pan-African Parliament, PAP, committees and other Pan-African Parliament organs held at the Gallagher Convention Center in Midrand, South Africa, on the 13th of September to 20th of September 2024, and 28th of October to 17th of November 2024, laid on the table of the Senate on Tuesday, 2nd December 2025. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 14, the Nuts and Oil Crops Development Bill, Senate Bills number 47 of 2023. Order number 15, Committee of the Whole, the Heritage and Museums Bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2023. Order number 16, Committee of the Whole, the Statutory Instruments Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 10 of 2024. Order number 17, Committee of the Whole, the Environment Laws Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 23 of 2024. Order number 18, the Sports Amendment number 2 Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2024. Order number 19, the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 4 of 2024. Order number 20, Committee of the Whole, the County Hall of Fame Bill, Senate Bills number 18 of 2023. Order number 21, Committee of the Whole, the Public Fundraising Appeals Bill, Senate Bills number 36 of 2024. Order number 22, Committee of the Whole, the County Oversight and Accountability Bill, Senate Bills number 3 of 2024.
Senator Rice.
Honorable Senators, order please. Order, honorable members. You may resume your seats. We are proceeding to the Committee of the Whole. Order, members, let us take our seats. Senator Wakoli, the chairperson, Agriculture Committee, and the whip. We also need Senator Murgor, the chairperson, Labour. Senator Faki, chairperson, Lands Committee. We also need you to be present in the chamber now. As well as Senator Murgor, the chairperson, Labour. Senator Roba, the chairperson, Finance. Order, honorable members. Senator Murgor, take your seat, as well as Senator Kajwang. Senator Kinywa, Senator Nyutu, Senator Kinywa. If you're consulting, please do in low tones. Order, Senator Kinywa. Honorable Senators, we are starting with we will proceed to deal with the Nuts and Oil Crops Development Bill, Senate Bills number 47 of 2023. Senator Wakoli, a member of Agriculture Committee, Senator Kajwang, you're a member of this committee. The Committee on Agriculture. Approach the chair, please. Honorable members, we will proceed. And as directed, we will start with the Nuts and Oil Crops Development Bill, Senate Bills number 47 of 2023. Clerk, call out the first clause.
Clause 3.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill, and I will call upon Senator Kajwang on behalf of the chairperson of the Standing Committee on Agriculture to proceed to move the amendment. Order, Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, order, please. Senator Medhu, order, please. Proceed, Senator Kajwang.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that Clause 3 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
Now, honorable members, I propose the question that Clause 3 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that Clause 3 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 4.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill, and I call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment on behalf of the Chairperson, Agriculture Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I beg to move that clause 4 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 5.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill, and call upon Senator Kajwang to move on behalf of the Chairperson the proposed amendments.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 5 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 6.
I propose the question that clause 6 be part of the bill, and call upon Senator Kajwang on behalf of the Chairperson, Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries to move the proposed amendment.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 6 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 7.
I propose the question that clause 7 be part of the bill, and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 7 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 8.
I propose the question that clause 8 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 8 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 9.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 9 be part of the bill, and call upon the Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 9 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 9 be amended as proposed, and put the question that clause 9 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 10.
I propose the question that clause 10 be part of the bill, call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendments to clause 10.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 10 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I now proceed to propose the question that clause 10 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 10 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clauses 11 and 12.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 11 and clause 12 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 11 and 12 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 13.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 13 be part of the bill, and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment to clause 13.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 13 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 13 be amended as proposed, and put the question that clause 13 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clauses.
Clauses 14, 15, and 16.
I propose the question that clauses 14, 15, and 16 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 14, 15, and 16 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 17.
I propose the question that clause 17 be part of the bill, and call upon Senator Kajwang to post amendment to clause 17.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 17 be amended as proposed.
I now propose the question that clause 17 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 17 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 18.
I propose the question that clause 18 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 18 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 19.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 19 be part of the bill and call upon the Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendments on behalf of the chairperson of the committee to the amendment to clause 19.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move that clause 19 be amended. Propose that clause 19
yes, you're right. Yes.
be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 19 be deleted, and I put the question that clause 19 be deleted. Division at the end. The next clause.
Clause 20.
I propose the question that clause 20 be part of the bill, and I call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment to clause 20.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 20 be amended as proposed.
I now propose the question that clause 20 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 20 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
So clause
Next.
21.
I'll take again clause 21. I propose the question that clause 21 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendments to clause 21.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 21 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that clause 21 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 21 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 22.
I propose the question that clause 22 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment to clause 22.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 22 be part of the bill.
I propose the question that clause 22 be deleted, and I put the question that clause 22 be deleted. Division at the end. Next clause. Next call, the next clause, 23.
Clause 23.
I propose the question that clause 23 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment to clause 23.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 23 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that clause 23 be deleted, and I put the question that clause 23 be deleted. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 24.
I propose the question that clause 24 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 24 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 25.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 25 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment on behalf of the Chairperson Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 26 be amended as proposed.
I propose should we begin to move the proposed amendment?
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 27 be amended as proposed.
I now propose the question that clause 27 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 27 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 28.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 28 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendments on behalf of the Chairperson Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 28 be amended as proposed.
I now propose the question that clause 28 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 28 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 29.
I propose the question that clause 29 be part of the bill, and I call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment on behalf of the Chairperson Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries. Senator Kajwang.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 29 be amended as proposed.
I propose the question that clause 29 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 29 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34 be part. 33 and 34.
I propose the question that clauses 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next clauses.
Clause 35.
I propose the question that clause 35 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment on behalf of the Chairperson.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 35 be amended as proposed.
I now propose the question that clause 35 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 35 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 36.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 36 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 36 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 37.
I propose the question that clause 37 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment to clause 37 on behalf of the Chairperson Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 37 be amended as proposed.
I now propose the question that clause 37 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 37 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 38.
I propose the question that clause 38 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 38 be amended as proposed.
I now propose the question that clause 38 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 38 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next set of clauses.
Clauses 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clauses 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 44.
I propose the question that clause 44 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment to clause 34.
Mr. Speaker,
clause 44. My apologies.
I beg to move that clause 44 be amended as proposed.
I now propose the question that clause 44 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 44 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 45.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 45 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 45 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next clause.
New clause 35A.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that new clause 35A be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment to introduce new clause 35A.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 35A be now read a second time.
Now, Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 35A be now read a second time, and I put the question that clause 35A be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
The schedule.
I propose the question that the schedule be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment. Give him the mic. Proceed, Senator Kajwang.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that the schedule be amended as proposed.
I now propose the question that the schedule be amended as proposed, and I put the question that the schedule be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
New schedule.
I propose the question that the new schedule be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that new schedule be now read a second time.
I propose the question that the new schedule be now read a second time, and I put the question that new schedule be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill and ask Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that clause 2 be amended as proposed.
I now propose the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
The title.
I propose the question that the title be part of the bill and call upon Senator Kajwang to move the proposed amendment on behalf of the chairperson.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that the title be amended as proposed.
I now propose the question that the title be part of the bill. I now propose the question that the title be amended as proposed, and I put the question that the title be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Honorable members, we will do reporting once we are done with all the divisions, and we shall proceed to the next bill, that is the Heritage and Museums Bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2023. I ask the chairperson to be on standby. Senator Mulgore, you are the chairperson of the Standing Committee on Labor. Approach the chair, please. So we are proceeding to the Heritage and Museums Bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2023, and the chairperson, Standing Committee on Labor, proceeds to call the first clause.
Clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clauses 3 to 13 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 3 to 13 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clauses 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 be part of the bill, division at the end. Next clauses.
Clauses 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30.
I propose the question that clauses 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30 be part of the bill. And I put the question that clauses 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 31.
I propose the question that clause 31 be part of the bill, and I call upon Senator Mulgore, the chairperson, Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare, to move the proposed amendments. Senator Mulgore.
I beg to move that clause 31 be read as it is proposed on the...
Be amended as proposed.
Be amended as proposed on the paper.
I now propose the question that clause 31 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 31 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next set of clauses.
Clauses 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40.
I propose the question that clauses 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 42.
41.
Oh, sorry, clause 41.
I now propose the question that clause 41 be part of the bill and call upon the chairperson, Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare, to move the proposed amendments.
I beg to move that clause 41 be read as proposed.
Be amended
as proposed on the paper.
I now propose the question that clause 41 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 41 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 42.
I propose the question that clause 42 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 42 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 43.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 43 be part of the bill and call upon the chairperson, Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare, to move the proposed amendments.
I move that clause 43 be
amended as proposed
on the paper.
I now propose the question that clause 43 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 43 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, and 54.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clauses 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, and 54 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, and 54 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next set of clauses.
Clauses 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, and 65. 64 and 65.
I now propose the question that clauses 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, and 65 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, and 64, and 65 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, and 76.
I propose the question that clauses 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, and 76 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, and 76 be part of the bill. division at the end. Next.
Clauses 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, and 87.
I propose the question that clauses 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, and 87 be part of the bill. And I put the question that clauses 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, and 87 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, and 97.
I propose the question that clauses 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, and 97 be part of the bill. And I put the question that clauses 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, and 97 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 98.
I propose the question that clause 98 be part of the bill, and I call upon Senator Murgor to move the proposed amendment to clause 98.
I move that clause 98 be amended as proposed on the paper.
I now propose the question that clause 98 be deleted, and I put the question that clause 98 be deleted. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 99.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 99 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 99 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 100.
I propose the question that clause 100 be part of the bill and call upon the chairperson, Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare, Senator Murgor, to move the proposed amendment.
I move that clause 100 be amended as it is proposed on the paper.
I now propose the question that clause 100 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 100 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 101, 102, and 103.
I now propose the question that clauses 101, 102, and 103 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 101, 102, and 103 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 99A.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that new clause 99A I now call upon Senator Murgor to propose the amendment, to move the proposal to amend the new clause 99A.
I move that clause 99A be amended as proposed on the paper.
Senator Murgor, just approach the chair, please.
I beg to move that the new clause 99A be now read a second time.
I now propose the question that new clause 99A be now read a second time. And I put the question that new clause 99A be now read a second time, division at the end. Next. Let's call the next clause.
The first, second, and third schedules.
I propose the question that the first schedule, the second schedule, and the third schedule be part of the bill. And I put the question that the first schedule, the second schedule, and the third schedule be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 2, Clause 2, the title, and Clause 1.
Honorable Senators, I propose a question that Clause 2, the title, and Clause 1 be part of the bill. And I put a question that Clause 2, the title, and Clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. So we are done with the Heritage and Museums Bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2023. We shall do reporting once the last one is done. We now proceed to the Statutory Instruments Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 10 of 2024. This is Senate Majority Leader. The next bill is the Statutory Instruments Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 10 of 2024. The proposed amendments that we will deal with are on Justice, Legal Affairs and Human Rights Committee. Senator Crystal Asige, you are a member of this committee. Just brief you so that you move the proposed amendments on behalf of the chairperson of the committee. Someone is crossing over to your desk now. Just alert the chair once Senator Crystal Asige is ready. So we're going to proceed to call the first clause.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Crystal Asige on behalf of the chairperson Standing Committee on Justice, Legal Affairs and Human Rights to move the proposed amendment.
Thank you, Speaker. I propose that clause 2 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
The title and clause 1.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the title and clause 1 be part of the bill, and I put the question that the title and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. That also brings us to a close on the Statutory Instruments Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 10 of 2024. We will do the reporting once the rest of the bills are done. The next bill, Honorable Senators, that we're going to deal with is the Sports Amendment number 2, Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2024. The chairperson, Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare, you will move the amendments once you are called upon. Now we will proceed to the Sports Amendment number 2, Bill 2024, Senate Bills number 45 of 2024. Call the first clauses.
Clauses 3 and 4.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 3 and 4 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 3 and 4 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 5.
I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill and call upon the chairperson, Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare, Senator Morgan, to move the proposed amendments.
I beg to move the proposed amendments.
Indicate that I beg to move that the proposed amendments to clause 5 as proposed in the order paper.
I beg to move that clause 5 be amended as proposed on the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clauses 6 and 7.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 6 and 7 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 6 and 7 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 2, the title, and clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Honorable Senators, that also brings us to a close to the proposals of amendments to Sports Amendment Bill 2024, Senate Bills number 45 of 2024. The next bill, Honorable Senators, is the County Hall of Fame Bill, Senate Bills number 18 of 2023. proceed to call the first clause.
Clauses 3 to 12.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clauses 3 to 12 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 3 to clause 12 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 13 to 21.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clauses 13 to clause 21 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 13 to clause 21 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 2, the title, and clause 1.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. That also brings us to a conclusion to the County Hall of Fame Bill, Senate Bills number 18 of 2023. We shall do the reporting cumulative with the rest of the bills. We shall now proceed to the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 4 of 2024. I expect the Chairperson, Finance and Budget Committee to be present in the chamber. In the absence of Chairperson, Finance Committee, we shall shelve that for the moment, or any member to that committee for that matter. We will defer the, well, Public Audit Committee. We'll not defer, we'll pend the Public Audit Committee for any member of the Finance Committee to be present, and proceed to the Public Fundraising Appeals Bill, Senate Bills number 36 of 2024. We will proceed with that one. Call the first clauses.
Clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Honorable Senators, I propose a question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 be part of the bill. And I put a question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 be part of the bill. Division will be at the end. Next.
Clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20.
I propose the question that clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 be part of the bill. And I put a question that clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30.
I propose the question that clauses 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30 be part of the bill. And I put the question that clauses 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40.
I propose the question that clauses 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40 be part of the bill. And I put the question that clauses 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next clauses.
Clauses 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and 47.
I propose the question that clauses 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and 47 be part of the bill. And I put the question that clauses 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and 47 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 2, the title, and clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. And I put the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Honorable Senators, that concludes on the Public Fundraising Appeals Bill, Senate Bills number 36 of 2024. We shall shortly do the reporting. Next, Honorable Senators, is the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 4 of 2024. Senator Tabitha, you will alert the chair once you're ready. Honorable Senators, we are ready to proceed. You may call the first clauses.
Clauses 3 to 6.
I propose the question that clauses 3 to 6 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 3 to 6 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 7.
I propose the question that clause 7 be part of the bill, and call upon Senator Tabitha Mutinda on behalf of the Chairperson Standing Committee on Finance and Budget to move the proposed amendments.
Chair, I beg to move that clause 7 be amended as per the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 7 be deleted, and I put the question that clause 7 be deleted. Division at the end. Next set of clauses.
Clauses 8 to 11.
I propose the question that clauses 8 to 11 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 8 to 11 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 12.
I propose the question that clause 12 be part of the bill, and call upon Senator Tabitha to move the proposed amendments.
I beg to move that clause 12 be amended as per the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 13.
I propose the question that clause 13 be part of the bill, and call upon Senator Tabitha Mutinda to move the proposed amendments.
Chair, I beg to move that clause 13 be amended as per the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 13 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 13 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clauses
Next.
14 to 20.
I propose the question that clauses 14 to 20 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 14 to 20 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 21.
I now propose the question that clause 21 be part of the bill, and call upon Senator Tabitha to move the proposed amendments.
Chair, I beg to move that clause 21 be amended as per the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 21 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 21 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 22.
I propose the question that clause 22 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Tabitha to move the proposed amendments.
Chair, I beg to move that clause 22 be amended as per the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 22 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 22 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next clause.
Clause 23.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 23 be part of the bill, and I call upon Senator Tabitha to move the proposed amendments to clause 23.
Chair, I beg to move that clause 23 be amended as per the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 23 be amended as per the order paper, and I put the question that clause 23 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Clause 24.
Clause 24.
I propose the question that clause 24 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Tabitha to move the proposed amendments on behalf of the chairperson.
Chair, I beg to move that, that clause 24 be amended as per the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 24 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 24 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Honorable Senators, that also concludes the proposals. Sorry, honorable members, we still have got a few others which we will need to deal with. Next clause call out, please.
Clause 25 to 30.
I propose the question that clause 25 to 30 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 25 to 30 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 31.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 31 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Tabitha to move the proposed amendments to clause 31.
I beg to move that clause 31 be amended as per the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 31 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 31 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 32.
I propose the question that clause 32 be part of the bill and call upon Senator Tabitha to move the proposed amendments to that particular clause 32.
I beg to move that clause 32 be amended as per the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 33 to 52.
I propose the question that clauses 33 to 52 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 33 to 52 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 40A.
I will call upon Senator Tabitha to move the proposal to introduce new clause 40A.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that the new clause 40A be now read a second time.
I now propose the question that new clause 40A be now read a second time, and I put the question that new clause 40A be now read a second time. Division at the end.
Clauses
Next.
2, the title, and clause 1.
I propose the question that clauses 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. The Honorable Senators, that concludes the proposal to amendments to the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 4 of 2024. We shall now move to the next one. We'll move to the Environmental Law Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 23 of 2024. We shall proceed, and I expect the Chairperson Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources to be present. Call out the first clause.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 3.
I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill, and call upon the Chairperson Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources to move the amendment.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 3 of the bill be amended as per the order paper.
I now propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
I propose the question that clauses 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
The title.
I propose the question that the title be part of the bill, and I call upon Senator Maruma to move the proposed amendments to the title.
Chair, I move that the long title of the bill be amended as per the order paper.
I now propose the question that the title be amended as proposed, and I put the question that the title be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Honorable Senators, that brings us to a conclusion on that bill. That is the Environment Law Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 23 of 2024. Next is the County Oversight and Accountability Bill, National Assembly Bills number 3 of 2024. Proceed to call the first clauses.
Clauses 3 to 10.
I propose the question that clauses 3 to 10 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 3 to 10 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next. Call the next clause.
Clauses 11 to 20.
I propose the question that clauses 11 to 20 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 11 to 20 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 2, clause 2, the title, and clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Sergeant at Arms, could you please ring the quorum bell for 3 minutes? Sergeant at Arms, you could just stop the quorum bell, noting that we do not have sufficient numbers to do the divisions. We will, however, proceed to report on the progress. Shall we rise? Wait, Sergeant at Arms. Now, take back your seats, Honorable Senators. We are reporting progress. Good. So, but we don't have the movers like sorry. The Leader of Majority, you will report on the progress. We will start with the Nuts and Oil Crops Development Bill, Senate Bills number 47 of 2023. Mover.
Which one is this?
The Nuts and Oil Crops Development
Honorable
Bill.
Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order number 153, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Nuts and Oil Crops Development Bill, Senate Bill number 47 of 2023, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
Honorable Senators, I put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Nuts and Oil Crop Development Bill, Senate Bills number 47 of 2023, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next is the Heritage and Museums Bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2023. Mover.
Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order number 153, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Heritage and Museums Bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2023, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Heritage and Museums Bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2023, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next is the Statutory Instruments Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 10 of 2024. Leader of Majority. Move up, proceed.
Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order number 153, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Statutory Instruments Bill number 10 of 2024 and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I now put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Statutory Instruments Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 10 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Order, Senator Veronica. Next is the Environment Laws Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 23 of 2024. Mover.
The Sports
Honorable Environmental Law.
Sorry?
The bill is the Environment Laws Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 23 of 2024.
Correct. Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order number 153, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Environmental Laws Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 23 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I now put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Environment Law Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 23 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. And will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Senator Cherargei. Order, please. The next is the Sports Amendment number 2, Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2024. The mover.
Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order number 153, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Sports Amendment Bill. The Senate Bills number 45 of 2024 and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I now put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Sports Amendment number 2, Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2024 and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. The next is the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 4 of 2024. Mover.
Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order number 153, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I now put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 4 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next is the County Hall of Fame Bill, Senate Bills number 18 of 2023. Senate Majority Leader, proceed to move.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move. Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order number 153, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the County Hall of Fame Bill, Senate Bill number 18 of 2023, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I now put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the County Hall of Fame Bill, Senate Bills number 18 of 2023, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
Aye.
Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next is the Public Fundraising Appeals Bill, Senate Bills number 36 of 2024. Mover.
Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order number 153, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the Public Fundraising Appeals Bill, Senate Bill number 36 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I now put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the Public Fundraising Appeals Bill, Senate Bills number 36 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many
of 2024 and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I now put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the County Oversight and Accountability Bill, National Assembly Bills number 3 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Honorable Senators, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Senators, we are now reporting on the progress of the Committee of the Whole, and we start with the Nuts and Oil Crops Development Bill, Senate Bills number 47 of 2023. Chairperson.
Honourable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Nuts and Oil Crops Development Bill, Senate Bills number 47 of 2023, and seeks leave to sit again tomorrow.
Mover.
Request Senator Cherargei to second.
Can you restart?
Oh, sorry. Okay, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I request Senator Cherargei to second.
Senator Samson. No, can you just pronounce yourself on it? Maybe it's neater that way.
Okay.
Because the answer will not see you like you bound to.
I thought
to
table
second.
of clerks, what I did is appropriate.
Speaker,
can you order the Speaker,
The
Senator
chair,
of
the
Bomet to
chairperson.
sit down? Mr. Speaker, I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee on the same report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. As many as of the similar opinion say aye. As those of the contrary opinion say nay, the ayes have it. Now we are going to the Heritage and Museums Bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2023, Chairperson.
Give me the mic. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Heritage and Museums Bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2023, and seeks leave to sit again tomorrow.
Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report, that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Heritage and Museums Bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2023, and seeks leave to sit again tomorrow. I request
Senator Mover, can you lead your part?
Oh, sorry. My apologies, Chair. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I request Senator Beatrice Ogola to second.
Senator Beatrice.
Honorable Speaker, I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. As many as of the similar opinion say aye. Honorable Senators, can you pay your attention? Let me repeat again. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. As many as of the similar opinion say aye. As those of the contrary opinion say nay, the ayes have it. Yes, we are now on the statutory instruments amendment bill, Senate Bills number 10 of 2024. Chairperson. As many as those of the contrary opinion say nay, the ayes have it. We are now reporting on the Environment Laws Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 23 of 2024. Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Environment Law Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 23 of 2024, and seeks leave to sit again tomorrow.
Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I request Senator Akwabubi to second.
Senator Akwabubi.
Honorable Speaker, I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. As many as of the similar opinion say aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. We are now on the sports amendment number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2024. Chairperson. Sports amendment bill.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Sports Amendment number 2 Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2024, and seeks leave to sit again tomorrow.
Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I request Senator Akwabubi to second.
Senator Consolata Akwabubi, whose daughter is a friend to my daughter. Go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, I second.
So you must know some of these things, which happen out of the corridors of these, of the power of corridors. Okay, Honorable Senators, I propose a question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. As many as of the similar opinion say aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. We are doing good progress. Now we are on the Public Conduct Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 4 of 2024. Chairperson.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 4 of 2024, and seeks leave to sit again tomorrow.
Over.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I request Senator Crystal Asige to second.
Now, have you removed the responsibility to Senator Okwabubi or because of the remarks I made? Okay, Senator. Senator Asige.
Thank you, Speaker. I beg to support. To second as moved.
Okay. Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. As many as of the similar opinion say aye. As those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Now we are on the County Hall of Fame Bill, Senate Bills number 18 of 2023. Chairperson.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the County Hall of Fame Bill, Senate Bills number 18 of 2023, and seeks leave to sit again tomorrow.
Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Senate do agree with the committee in the said report. I request Senator Betty Siengo to second.
Senator Betty Siengo, the President of the Women of the ODM.
Thank you. I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the Senate do agree with the committee in the same report. I put the question that the Senate do agree with the committee in the same report. As many as of the similar opinion say aye. As those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Now reporting on the Public Fundraising Abuse Bill, Senate Bills number 36 of 2024. Chairperson.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Public Fundraising Appeals Bill, Senate Bills number 36 of 2024, and seeks leave to sit again tomorrow.
Mover.
Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I request Senator Beth Siengo to second.
Senator Beth Siengo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. As many as those of the similar opinion say aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay, the ayes have it. Yeah, now we are reporting on the County Oversight and Accountability Bill, National Assembly Bills number 3 of Okay, Honorable Senators, there is a correction. We are reporting on the County Oversight and Accountability Bill, Senate Bills number 3 of 2024. Chairperson, there is a typo somewhere on the Senate or the County National Assembly, so it shouldn't be the Senate bill. Yes, Bruce? Oh, sorry. Chairperson, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I now beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the County Oversight and Accountability Bill, Senate Bills number 3 of 2024, and seeks leave to sit again tomorrow.
Move on.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Senate do agree with the committee in the said report. I request Senator Tabitha Mutinda to second.
Senator Tabitha Mutinda.
Mr. Speaker, I do second.
Very well. Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the Senate do agree with the committee in the same report. I put the question that the Senate do agree with the committee in the same report. As many as those of the similar opinion say aye. As those of the contrary opinion say nay, the ayes have it. So, Honorable Senators, we go back to order number 7 and get few comments on the statements that were made for 15 minutes maximum. And then Senator getting an opportunity should not go more than 3 minutes. through Senator Mutinda.
Did he call me? I'm coming back. Oh. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to make my brief comments. And I rise to support the statement by Senator Hamida Kibwana on the recurrent fire incidents in institutions. And before I even make my comments, Mr. Speaker, allow me to also continue passing my sincere condolences for me and my family on the loss of our beloved students, especially in the recent incidents of Utumishi Academy that took place in Gilgil, Mr. Speaker, and also affirm through the statement made by Senator Hamida Kibwana that yes, the security operators should be able to give a full report. We want to know more. We want to know what frameworks have been put and what frameworks are being followed and what is not being followed, Mr. Speaker. Because as Parliament we've done and made policies in place, legislation is there. But in terms of institutions adhering to what has been put in place, Mr. Speaker, is where the gap is. Mr. Speaker, still I want to appreciate the office of the Minister for Interior on bringing to book the culprits. We've seen today, they've been arraigned in court. But Mr. Speaker, it doesn't just end there. Because over the weekend, we've really seen schools, you know, different schools from different counties, young children, and, you know, planning these massacres in terms of schools burning, Mr. Speaker. I've not come across a colleague, especially in this House, that has spoken about any strikes that resulted to burning of schools. Our times, and the school that I was in, that is St. Anne's Girls Kiriari in Embu, we only did strike once, Mr. Speaker, and never again did it ever took place. Because what we went through in terms of discipline, Mr. Speaker, nobody could even think, leave alone try. But even the thought of coming up and doing strike, Mr. Speaker, did not occur. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude on the same, we have Article 37 of the Constitution that allows us to do what we call maandamano. But what we've also shown our kids in terms of how we come out and how properties is destroyed, damages that are caused, Mr. Speaker, we are the parents, and what we've really shown our young ones, Mr. Speaker, it's the high time.
But you can be showing the senators that time is lapsing by show of the lights. But you have concluded very well. Senator Veronica.
Honorable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to give a comment on the two statements that were given by Senator Hamida, one of them being regarding Rachel Wandeto. On my own behalf and on behalf of Kenya Women Senators, I want to once again offer our deepest condolences to the family of Madam Rachel Wandeto. It left us completely shattered and grieved because of the manner in which Rachel was brutally attacked on 15th May 2026. And it's unfortunate that there is a possibility that she was attacked on the basis of a tattoo of precedent which she had tattooed on herself, and therefore exhibiting the level of tolerance the attackers had against Rachel's political persuasion. That's a very, very sad thing, Honorable Speaker. And though we are waiting for investigations to be concluded, we would hope that that is not the situation we are in right now in our republic, because with the robust constitution of 2010, I do not even imagine a Kenyan thinking that they can be intolerant on a divergent political opinion, Honorable Speaker, and whoever or whichever people did this, they must know we think they are big cowards who are total losers in life, in this life, and in the next life, because this is not tolerable both here on earth and even in heaven. And there is no place in heaven for those thugs, Honorable Speaker. Imagine attacking her with acid and then dousing her with petrol or some flammable content and then setting her on fire. That is brutal, it's evil, it's almost demonic, Honorable Speaker. And we want to rebuke that and strongly condemn that attack on Rachel. And as Kewosa, we will be taking measures because of the GBV that has become rampant in our republic, and want to ask the whole community to take an approach where we say no to GBV, we say no to femicide, we say no to any action that has been targeted at women and girls, or even boys, or any member of society, any aggravation and violent attacks on the lives of people. We must uphold the dignity of the right to life in the Republic of Kenya. And we truly are very sad about Rachel and all women who have suffered such fate. There was another acid attack, and we want to say in this house, we'll also be seeking for regulations on how such flammable contents are regulated, so that even if it means keeping a schedule of who is buying petrol in jerrycans, Honorable Speaker, they might need to report to police stations what they are doing with that petrol, Honorable Speaker, because we have seen there are people who cannot even be trusted with 1 liter of petrol in this republic or any flammable content. We decry that this must stop. And on the schools, Honorable Speaker, we hope we'll have a substantive motion to see why the schools, the students have gone the way they have gone in Utumishi. It's very sad to see that it's girls who did it. We still need to interrogate and find out what happened to these girls, Honorable Speaker. And shockingly so, Honorable Speaker, we must also assess ourselves as parents, whether we are doing what we are supposed to do with our students, or we have outsourced all the parenting to the teachers back in the schools, Honorable Speaker. And the inspectors of schools, the ones who are supposed to take audit and quality assurance of schools, will also be called to question on what they are doing to maintain what is the safety and security concerns that arise in school setups and boardings. We will need to rethink whether in this republic we need boarding schools, or it's time to say we review how we manage students in Republic of Kenya. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the moment.
Very well. Senator Christo Asiki.
Hope my minutes are not going, Speaker. Thank you. Thank you very much, Speaker. I spent Friday at Tutumishi Girls talking to families, and authorities and counselors, volunteers, teachers, and despite the whirlwind of narratives going around, let's set aside conjectures and speculation, and let's focus on the bare and undisputed truth. 16 innocent girls perished in those flames, Speaker. That's 16's futures extinguished, 16 families that are shattered. And let's make no mistake about it. What happened must be condemned, undoubtedly. It has sent chills across the country, and everyone involved will have to answer to the law for these lost lives, and also the heart wrench that has ripped through families and survivors across the country. However dynamic and compounded the circumstances continue to become, Speaker, this is not just a one-off tragedy. This is a national failure on repeat. I'll tell you the brutal truth with the facts. Let me show you. In 1998, Bombolulu girls, 26 dead because of fire. 2001, Changuli School, 67 dead. 2017, Moi Girls High School, 10 dead. 2024, Hillside, 21 dead. And now in 2026, Utumishi Girls, 16 dead, feared to be 19, according to reports this week. Over 160 Kenyan students burned alive in school dormitories in 3 decades, Speaker. Fire after fire, recommendation after recommendation, declaration of non-compliance to schools after inspections that are ignored because they continue to remain operational because of kickbacks. While we pass blame and point fingers, Speaker, we ignore a deeper fire burning in the youth. Young people, generation after generation, not just this one, they are bold, they are empowered, and unafraid to speak. They voice discomfort, Speaker, over harsh discipline, over academic pressures, poor living conditions, peer pressure, and unaddressed student body frustrations over the decades. Yet our ministries are silent on deliberate mental health strategies, overworked and underpaid teachers, absent resident counselors, and disconnected parents. And if we've learned anything about young people, Speaker, particularly now on the 2nd anniversary of the 25th of June protests, which are coming up, it is that when you don't listen to young people, they will act. Investigations must not re-traumatize survivors. Department of Children's Services should not be invisible at this moment, because so far we've seen DCI more than them. And they should be the ones to promote the Mental Health Act, the Children's Health Act, and also the Basic Education Act in all matters to do with young people in our schools. 16 souls will never graduate, Speaker, never build careers. They'll never raise families because we failed to act on what we already know we must do. I therefore call on the CS Education to act immediately. Number one, mandate professional health counselors in every single boarding school in a phased rollout, starting even next term, because this is urgent, Speaker. Next, fully implement and enforce all past recommendations for these kinds of incidences. Fire equipments, industry standard fire doors, accessible exits. We're talking about habitable dorms and psychological support for students in boarding schools and mixed schools, Speaker. Establish a national health fund, mental health fund for schools that does not take shortcuts like we have seen in the past in our institutions, Speaker. And also maybe require annual mental health audits for all schools with quarterly public reporting so that parents and the country at large can see how our kids' mental health is doing and strategies around it. The time for decisive, funded, monitored implementation is now, Speaker. We don't have any more time or any more lives that we can lose before we take this seriously as a country. I thank you.
Very well. Senator Okenyuli.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to support Senator Chirargei's statement on money that is sent to erroneous mobile numbers. Mr. Speaker, while Safaricom on their own has tried to improvise ways whereby you can get back your money, but I wish to state that most of the time, that is dragged. By the time you get to send a message, the money has already been used on the other side. So I think the issue of dragging how fast someone is able to get a reprieve needs to be looked into. And there's no point of sending me to my bank when I've sent money to the wrong pay bill number. But you take a very long time to claim money from that specific bank. So I think there has to be internal ways in which these banks can collaborate so that the person affected is able to quickly get redress, and the matters that have been forwarded to the police are quickly expedited so that this is sorted immediately. Mr. Speaker, and on the statement by Senator Mundigi on strikes in Embu, I don't think it's just in Embu. The matter is currently across the country, and a notorious group, grade 10, our time that was Form 2 students. So it's really sad that we are witnessing what we are witnessing from students who, on the other hand, would never have done this. Mr. Speaker, the matter on strikes is not just about teachers. It needs concerted effort. That's the teachers, government agencies, the students themselves, to understand that there are channels of issuing when you feel uncomfortable with a certain issue, other than what we saw in Utumishi where colleagues had to burn down their own colleagues, Mr. Speaker. And I would not directly want to point fingers, but already commend DCI for swinging into action and arresting the alleged culprits so that this doesn't occur again next time, because already this was more of something intentional. We already viewed there are issues of people saying, why did we have the CCTVs in there? of course, the matter of privacy, but on the other hand, how then would we have known that it's their colleague students who did this heinous act on their fellow students? So, Mr. Speaker, I wish that this conversation centers more on, we bring together the students, government agencies, parents, schools, so that parents also get to note the moment you take your child to school, it doesn't end there. You need to follow keenly what your children are doing. My mom would randomly pop into Kenya High School just to get to know what I'm doing, even without my knowledge. So that is one way we need to know.
Senator Beatrice Ogora.
Honorable Speaker, as I rise to support two statements here, one by nominated Senator Conslata, I want to join fellow Kenyans in condoling with the families of the girls who lost their lives in Utumishi. And secondly, Honorable Speaker, I want to congratulate the President of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, for the successful celebration that he led in Wajir. Mr. President, you went a long way to tell all Kenyans and to the world that all Kenyans belong. That we had a successful celebration in Wajir, and we saw the kind of development that took part there. We want to assure Kenyans that we have a president who considers all areas of this republic, and like other people who feel that they belong more than the others. And soon we will be demonstrating to them that we are a number and we believe in the same. Honorable Speaker, I support Senator Conslata's statement, especially on the delayed payments by NEC. Honorable Speaker, I've been a teacher and I know what it means for a teacher to leave their families over the holidays to go and sit and sleep in a dormitory somewhere in some schools marking examinations. Honorable Speaker, we'll be asking that this committee go ahead to ensure that the Kenya National Examination Council have the monies that are due to teachers as teachers go to mark examinations, so that as soon as they are through with the marking of exams, they are paid as they leave those marking centers. Honorable Speaker, why do I say that? They have lost opportunities. They leave their families behind. There are other things those teachers could do. Honorable Speaker, we must think better in terms of the welfare of teachers in this republic if we want all the benefits that teachers give us. And secondly, Honorable Speaker, I support the statement by the Senator of Taveta, my Jirani Senator Mwaruma, on the delayed opening of the portal for applications to diploma teaching courses. Honorable Speaker, teachers are a backbone in this country. Without teachers, Honorable Speaker, even you seated there as the Speaker, you'd not be here, because I believe there's a requirement for you to be a member of this House.
You are the first one to request, so I will give you maybe 30 seconds to comment.
And on the same note, you gave a relation with Senator Consolata. You need to tell this House that we have known each other from a past.
Oh, sure.
Yes, and so I support these two statements. And Honorable Speaker, may the issue of teachers be looked into. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Sorry, I did not disclose that, we have known each other for some years, but I don't want to give more details. Majority Leader, Senator Chiruyot.
Please. Mr. Speaker, allow me to use this opportunity to pass condolence to the families of the 16 young girls that perished in the Utumishi tragedy, Mr. Speaker, and join those that are calling for a quick conclusion of the investigations and the decisive action that has been taken this far. I believe culpability, Mr. Speaker, shouldn't end just with the young girls that I think have been presented before courts of law today. If within the school administration there are people that are found to have been complacent in their responsibilities, Mr. Speaker, then corrective action needs to be taken. Mr. Speaker, further to that, I hold a different view completely to what Senator Crystal Asige is saying. I don't believe, Mr. Speaker, that we can be telling young people that if they are not listened to, then they will explode. Mr. Speaker, especially while we are at the same time passing a message of condolence on young people who have set a very bad precedent by burning their colleagues alive, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, that to me is akin to encouraging those young people that what they did is justifiable.
Majority Leader, there is a point of order from Senator Christo Asige.
Thank you very much, Speaker. This is just on Standing Order 105, Statement of Fact. I'm not sure, perhaps the Majority Leader did not listen to my submission in full, or perhaps when I was speaking, he was in and out. However, I did not say that we should be telling young people that if we don't listen, they will act. Those are not my words, Speaker. I would like, and the record will, the Hansard will bear me witness. That's not what I said. Not what I implied, not what I inferred, so I would like that to be kindly withdrawn so that it is not assumed that I am saying that we should give license to young people to do whatever they so wish if the adults that they are around do not listen to what they're saying. That is not what I said, Speaker. I would kindly request that to be withdrawn.
Maybe Senator Christo, you can put the record straight on what you meant. What did you say about the youngsters?
That's not what I said. What I said is that if there's anything we have learned from young people over generations, I gave examples of fires that have been started back in the 90s. We can even go back to the 80s. I didn't go back that far. I started with 1991. Bombolulu girls, where kids died out because of a fire. Same thing, similar circumstances, Speaker. And I am saying that we should learn that generation after generation after generation, young people, if they are not listened to, they feel pushed to the wall to act so they can be listened to. So my call and my cry is actually that us as adults, as a government, as a parliament, as an executive, should be listening to the cries of young people before it gets to the point where they feel like they've got no other choice but to act so they can be heard.
In fact, precisely, Mr. Speaker, what Senator Asige is saying is precisely what I'm saying, that I took note of the fact that you juxtapositioned your argument, which you have just repeated on the floor, with your message of condolence. And the inference then is that because those young people are not listened to, they did what they did, which I find, Mr. Speaker, that we need to teach our young people to know that despite the fact that what you want is not accorded to you at a particular time, violence is never an option, Mr. Speaker. Yet, Mr. Speaker, what I hear many people say out there is that, oh, you know, these young people, they watch politicians, they watch demonstrations, and therefore they are doing all these things that are being done to. We must be resolute, Mr. Speaker, in our message and unequivocal that violence is never an option to resolving anything. And we can never, Mr. Speaker, appear to be entertaining any thoughts of, you know, I hear people sometimes hero worship the silly things and the unfortunate things that happened in the Parliament of Kenya on the 25th of June. No responsible leader can ever look at any young person in the face and tell them that what they did was right. We grew up, Mr. Speaker. We were young people also. We were dissatisfied with various things that were happening in society. I never sought to ban any institution, not my high school, not my university, not the parliament that existed in that particular day. And that is a message that we must repeat to everybody, Mr. Speaker, so that people are quite clear that being dissatisfied with things as they are, Mr. Speaker, taking the route of being violent is never an option. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I thought that we need to make that clear. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Chalge.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there is a statement that was raised by... Mr. Speaker, you need to protect me from Senator Crystal.
Senator Crystal is not interrupting you in any manner. Senator Chelege, and I'm afraid, why do you feel you need protection from
Mr. Speaker.
Senator Chelege, Christo Asige? And you know she's amorous, she can't do anything to you. She's a very nice lady, a very
Mr. Speaker,
profuse musician.
Mr. Speaker, you know too much, but let me proceed to do the following. I've seen statement by Senator Okiya Omtata about affordable housing. Mr. Speaker, it is very unfortunate that leaders of our nature continue to misinform the public. Mr. Speaker, this flagship project of affordable housing under President William Ruto's tenure is one of the best. Looking at Article 43, right to housing is a dignity to each and every Kenyan, Mr. Speaker. The fact that the government is intending to build houses of 273,000 housing units in the country is very critical. Mr. Speaker, it is important to note that more than 25,000 Kenyans out of 9,000 affordable housing units have been completed up to now, Mr. Speaker. We are looking at the projection that 1 million Kenyans will have access to affordable housing projects in this country, Mr. Speaker. And 330,000 jobs has been created in this country, Mr. Speaker. So it is very important, even if you want to score political points, Mr. Speaker, it is unfortunate that such statement can come to the floor of the House, because affordable housing is trying to bring dignity, is trying to bring honor to many Kenyans who live in slums. This is slum upgrading, Mr. Speakers. And every county, for the first time in 47 counties, every county, including Meru, Nandi, even in Busia, where Senator Okiya comes from, in fact, Senator Okiya has 5 affordable housing programs. Busia ATC, Funyula Affordable Housing, Nasewa Affordable Housing Program that is ongoing, Mr. Speaker. So we must be honest to this country. Finally, Mr. Speaker, on Rachel Wandeto, it's very unfortunate. The banning of Rachel Wandeto, Mr. Speaker, for drawing a tattoo on herself of President William Ruto is a threat to political freedom. And that is the consequence of tribal head rhetoric by former impeached Deputy President, Mr. Speaker. People take it casually. Mr. Speaker, the fact that he continues to preach negative tribal ethnicity in this country is threatening freedom of expression, Mr. Speaker. It must be called out, and I send my deepest condolences. I thank the Kawasa for standing with her, Mr. Speaker. Everybody has a right to express their political affiliation, whichever side you come from, Mr. Speaker. It must be.
Senator Mgatana. Sorry? Who? Senator Mgatana, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wanted to comment on the statement on reversals of monies from Safaricom. Mr. Speaker, I wanted the committee to also look at the possibility of making it easy when a person who has passed away and is a relative or a family member, such as a spouse, that, Mr. Speaker, the committee can look at the possibility of recommending that the procedure be made easy for the monies that were inside the phones of those people who are deceased to be available to the wife or the husband, as the case may be. Mr. Speaker, you find that Safaricom would make you produce a birth certificate, they would make you produce a burial permit, and also they want you to bring letters of administration or a grant of probate. Mr. Speaker, if the amount of money, like in many of those funerals I have attended in Tana River County, is less than 50,000 in the account, why can't it suffice that the burial permit from and the letter from the chief allow the family to access the money? I have attended many funerals, Mr. Speaker, and some of the complaints that are raised are very genuine. I want the committee, when they are engaging in this matter, to go wider so that people from far-off areas and people who have little money within the spouse or the son or daughter who has passed away, they can access this money. Because all the time, Mr. Speaker,
Safaricom remains with this money, and Safaricom needs to make it easier because they are collecting from all over the country, and some of their most profitable collections are from people who have less than 50,000 within their phones, Mr. Speaker. It makes no sense to ask someone to go and get a grant of probate using a lot of money by an advocate, to pay an advocate for them to just access maybe 10,000, which is inside that phone. So, Mr. Speaker, I urge the committee to go wider and find a way to help our people. I submit, Mr. Speaker.
I think that should come to the end of this session on statements, but maybe I have mercy on Senator Mariam and Senator Recha. I've pronounced your name so that I can be on record as my colleague takes over this seat.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, first, before I comment on the statement, I appreciate and I thank His Excellency by celebrating Madaraka Day in Mandera, in Wajir County, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have seen Wajir have recognized, the Northern Kenya in general have recognized that during the public holiday in the county, there are so many beneficial things we have encountered in Northern Kenya, Mr. Speaker. Mr. President, I beg you, because I know you will come as a second term, and that's the next public holiday to be done in Mandera, Mr. Speaker. Madam Speaker, I wanted to comment on the...
Senator Mariam, don't refer to me again as Mr. Speaker.
Madam Speaker, sorry. I've not seen the change of speakers. Madam Speaker, I wanted to condole with the Mutobishi girls, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, kids are for the societies, Madam Speaker, because what happened in Kenya, demonstrations normally, we are doing destruction of the properties, so many things, and after that, your issues are looked at. That's why these kids see in their TVs and everywhere that if you do some distractions, that people can listen to you. Madam Speaker, we need an urgent and a firm action on all mandamanos who normally do distractions of the property, so that our kids cannot see and implement this thing in schools. Madam Speaker, secondly, the regulations, inspection regulations. My question is to the Ministry of Education. How frequently do you normally do this inspection regulation of the school? Secondly, Madam Speaker, to comment on the transfer of M-Pesa money reversal. Madam Speaker, there is a colleague of mine who's vulnerable called me that she wanted to pay a rent and unfortunately went to a wrong number. And immediately that money has been used. Madam Speaker, that money, the Safaricom must put it as a credit so that that person, if he put any money, he will repay that person back.
Time up, Senator Miriam. Senator Rachel Molgo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. I would like to make a comment on importation of food items as aired by the Senator of, I think, was it Muranga or Senator Murango anyway. So I agree with him that the agents that import food into the country have to be watched and controlled and managed because when a farmer puts his effort or her effort in rice, and maize. It takes the whole effort of that person and whole concentration and also economical strength and ability. So when they cannot, when the market is flooded with other foodstuffs from outside, it just ruins the market for the rice farmers and the maize farmers and so on. And therefore, our farmers that produce these foods should be protected because it is their economical source of economical strength and ability comes from there. Also, they should be protected because that is their livelihood. So when the market is flooded with outside items, it just ruins the market. So when the president asked Kenyans to go back to the farms, a lot of food is now produced and is in cereals and so on, and therefore giving farmers ability to be able to sell, and therefore the market should not be ruined for them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator. Honorable Senators, I have a communication to make on a message from the National Assembly on the decision of the National Assembly on the Senate amendments to the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026. Honorable Senators, I wish to report to the Senate that pursuant to Standing Order 46.3, I have received the following message from the Speaker of the National Assembly regarding the decision of the National Assembly on the Senate amendments to the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026. The message dated Tuesday, 2nd June 2026 was received in the office of the Clerk of the Senate on the same date. Pursuant to Standing Order 46.4, I now report the message. Whereas on Tuesday, 10th March 2026, the National Assembly passed the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026, and thereafter referred it to the Senate for consideration in accordance with Article 110(4) of the Constitution. And whereas on Thursday, 14 May 2026, the Senate considered and passed the said bill with amendments and referred it back to the National Assembly for reconsideration in accordance with provisions of Article 112(1)(b) of the Constitution. Further, whereas on Tuesday, 26 May 2026, the National Assembly rejected the Senate amendments to the Division of Revenue Bill 2026, thereby committing the bill to a mediation committee in accordance with provisions of Article 112(2)(b) of the Constitution. Now, therefore, in accordance with the provision of Article 112 of the Constitution and Standing Orders 41(1) and 148(b) of the National Assembly Standing Orders, I hereby convey the said decision of the National Assembly to the Senate and seek the appointment of 7 senators to a mediation committee to consider the bill in accordance with the provisions of Article 113 of the Constitution. Honorable Senators, consequent to the said decision, the Speaker of the National Assembly appointed the following members of the National Assembly to the mediation committee to consider the bill in accordance with Article 113 of the Constitution. 1. Honorable Atadi Samuel Onunga, CBS MP, co-chairperson. 2. Honorable Dr. Pukose Robert, CBS MP. 3. Honorable Lesuda Josephine Naisula, MP. 4. Honorable Angaya Christopher Aseka, MP. 5. Honorable Mokaya Jafet Nyakudi, MP. 6. Honorable Kagidi Jane Wangeshi, OGW, MP. And 7. Honorable Mutuse Ekomas Mwengi, OGW, MP. Honorable Senators, I have also, pursuant to Article 113 of the Constitution and Standing Order 1662 of the Senate, and in consultation with the Senate Majority Leader and Senate Minority Leader, appointed the following senators to the Mediation Committee. 1. Senator Ali Roba Ibrahim, EGH MP, co-chairperson. 2. Senator Maureen Tabitha Mutida, CBS MP. 3, Senator Dr. Lelegwe Tubesi, MP. 4, Senator Chebret Kiprono Chemitei, MP. 5, Senator Ledama Olekina, CBS MP. 6, Senator Mohamed Faki Mwinyihaji, CBS MP. And 7, Senator Eddie Okech, MP. Honorable Senators, the Mediation Committee, having now been fully constituted, will embark on its consideration of the bill and attempt to develop a version that both houses will pass. I thank you. Next order. The previous speaker had given a direction on what was to be done on the statements and had named Senator Mulgo as the last person to contribute on that. So let's have the next order. Order number 10, resumption of debates.
Order number 10, the Environmental Management and Coordination Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 66 of 2023, second reading, resumption of debate.
Senator Manzo had already concluded on his debate. Senator Mugeni, are you still on a request on this one? Okay. So we can now, there are no more senators interested in contributing to this motion. So I'll call on the mover to reply. Senator Asige, you may proceed.
Thank you very much, Speaker, for the opportunity to reply to this bill, the Environmental Management Coordination Amendment Bill. I thank all senators who were able to contribute and give their opinions and thoughts on how to enrich it even further. They are all welcome, and I look forward, Madam Speaker, to those suggestions and contributions being drafted into amendments that I hope to see tabled at the Committee of the Whole stage, which will be next. I thank you very much, and I beg to reply. I would like to request Senator Omogeni to second. Pardon me, Senator Beatrice Ogola. Oh, pardon me.
You don't need to you don't need to call a seconder.
Thank you. Yes.
You have already replied.
I beg to reply.
Would you like to request the speaker to defer the putting of the question?
Thank you, Speaker. Pursuant to Standing Order 66, I would like to request that the question be put at a later date.
I direct that we defer the putting of the question to a later date. Next order. We reorganize the order paper and we move to order number 29.
Order number 29, motion, report of the Standing Committee on Health on the county oversight and networking engagements in Kitui, Makueni, and Machakos counties.
Senator Mariam, on behalf of the Chair of the Health Committee.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I request to move the motion in amended form pursuant to Standard Order number 62. Madam Speaker, the Senate adopts the report of the Standing Committee.
Senator Mariam, first you have to abide so that the Speaker can allow you to move the motion in the amended version. And I hereby now allow you to proceed and move that motion, the amended form.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the Senate adopt the report of the Standing Committee on Health, the county oversight on the network engagement in the Kitui, Makueni, Machakos, laid on the table of the Senate Thursday, 26 February 2026. Kiambu County laid on the table of the Senate on Thursday, 19 March 2026. Bungoma, Kakamega County laid on the table of the Senate on 1st of April 2026. Madam Speaker, I combine these all amend requests for the amendment because all what we have seen in the 4 counties, in the 5 counties, all are almost the same, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the recommendation also, it is shown in each report of the of the visit of the each county. Madam Speaker, what we have seen in each one, most of them is about the staff motivations, which is a lack of staff shortage, which is there, which have recognized in most of the counties we have visited. Is not even the one have highlighted, because as a Senate committee, we have visited up to almost 28 counties so far. And as before the end of the sessions, we normally again do all of them until 47 counties. We have to cover 47 counties. Madam Speaker, discrepancy of the infrastructure is there because most of our infrastructures are installed. Because when it comes to transition from the one governors to another one, is which happened that instead of the governor coming in for transition to complete one project he leaves or her to abandon the projects and start a new one. Most of the hospitals are abandoned because of installed projects and also unrepaid pending bills. Madam Speaker, there is an issue of also shortage of drugs in most of the counties, which we have recognized. Because of KEMSA, fill rates is very low in terms of, because of the payments. The counties hold almost the figures, the pending bill of the KEMSA is a lot. That's why the fill rate of the KEMSA distribution of the drugs is low. But we recommend that we have given the counties a prior that before even they request for additional drugs, they have to pay the counties, so that they have to pay rather KEMSA, so that at least they can get their medication. Madam Speaker, we normally go to the referral hospitals, but impromptu to so many dispensaries. Madam Speaker, most of dispensaries having technical staff. Dispense of the drugs is dispensed by the RCOs and the nurses. There's a staff which is shortage of staffs. Most of the staffs are not paid on due time. Motivations is low, and we urge the county government to be having impromptu solving the issue of the staff, because human resource is 90% of the hospital, of the health sector. If they are not treated well, Madam Speaker, the health sector cannot get the way it's supposed to be. Madam Speaker, we realize also the SHA claims. The SHA claims have not been paid. The SHA claim remittance, they remit, but there is a rejection, so many rejection of the claims, and later on that rejection cannot be done, redo it again because of elapsion of time. And also, most of the hospital, they are saying that their financial is down because of the SHA, because they don't remit the money to the counties, their claims, and the only 90% they rely on is the SHA. If the SHA will not pay, as a committee, we have a recommendation that they have to pay within 90 days all the claims, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we also realize that in the maternity hospitals, there are so many issues of maintenance of the hospitals which are normally not done, like there is no tap, there is no water in the maternity. In that scenario, that show that FIF accounts, we realize that most of the money, when the money come in as FIF, the county governor orders that the direct transfer money somewhere, because instead of using to the dispensaries, to the hospitals, they use for other purposes. Madam Speaker, we urge also the governors to be restrict. We have to restrict them so that the money for hospital to be used in the hospital, not for other purposes. Madam Speaker, in also in the side of in fact, because I'm talking of the challenges, there are also some good things we have to highlight in the hospital. Specifically, I can remember it is in Kakamega, we have realized the mortuary. They have a very nice mortuary, which they have even differentiated the sector of the hospital, of the police issues, because there are some bodies which are under investigations, which normally packed in the mortuaries, and again, because of the numbers of the bodies, they were disposed there, and because of that, they decided to do those bodies with issues of inquiries and whatever, they put it a different thing, and there is also a mortuary for VIPs differently, and they are charged differently. And there is also a mortuary for normal people, which is the model people. So we have only seen in that hospital, because even they have increased in their revenue contribution on that sector of the mortuary side. So we urge also the county governments to do such kind of go and benchmark in the county of Kakamega, so that at least they can see how to increase their revenue on the other side. Madam Speaker, there is also machines, these equipment machines. Most of equipment machines which has been under maids, most of them are not working. I can remember there is one county, they have the equipment is working, but the reagents is not there. They cannot use the item, the machine, because of lack of reagents, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we urge that when they are now taking these, the contract on these equipments, they must also see the laydown, who do the maintenance of the machines, how do they do, is it in placement, is it cash? They have to also do on this issue of, solve this issue of equipment. Madam Speaker, the other issue is the issue of system, information system used by the counties, by the hospital. Most of our hospitals, they're using papers, and I can remember there is one of this county which their system showing that they have admitted women in normal delivery, 4 or 5 in their system. But if you go to the physical ward, to maternity side, today they have, that day they have, there is normal delivery almost 30. So there is a contradicting information between the system they are using and the normal, what is on the ground. So they have to also, when they wanted to automate their system, let them for the correct system, so that at least the system can take effect on what to do. Because most of this system is billions of money, which has been paid by the counties, and there must be value for money for this system they are using, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we also realized that vaccination of some counties, vaccination of the children, vaccines. They do, yes, vaccines in physical, but when it comes to record, when there is a recording on the system, that on the book, if you see the record keeping on their system, on their manual, is 2 different things. So there must be also a very good, the county must also do a record keeping, so that at least there must be an issue of accountability on the record, on the data information. Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, we also realize that there is an issue of UHC. There is a global fund staff, which is currently under the county. They are working under the county government, but they are still not paid. Madam Speaker, we have raised that issue properly, and we have put this the issue of the global fund staff and division of revenue, which is under mediations, and I hope it will be considered and to be solved, the issue of the staff and global fund. Madam Speaker, with all those remarks, I move the motion, and I request Senator Mungatana to second. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Mungatana.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank the Honorable Vice Chair of the Health Committee for very ably moving this motion. And Madam Speaker, I also want to thank the team that went out into the 3 counties of Kitui, Makueni, and Machakos. Madam Speaker, I rise to second this motion that we adopt this report on the findings that they made. Madam Speaker, the objectives of these visits is to wake up the county administration as far as health matters are concerned. Madam Speaker, it really helps when the Health Committee moves around the counties so that they can remind the governors that we need them to do the work they swore to the people. Madam Speaker, when this committee went to assess the state and quality of infrastructure, the facilities, equipment, provision of emergency services in the counties of Kitui, Makueni, and Machakos, Madam Speaker, they found them to be below par. When they went to check and assess the automation of the health services in those 3 counties, again, Madam Speaker, they found to be less than what the expectation they had. Madam Speaker, there were gaps in the healthcare personnel in these 3 counties. And Madam Speaker, they found a lot of things that did not live up to the expectations. One of the things I wanted to request the national government to do is that when we come before the Senate here and we are debating the division of revenue bill, many times we have a back and forth on how much money should come to the counties. And Madam Speaker, I want to say something in the defense of governors that the funds they receive may not be enough to be able to sustain the demands of the health requirements within their counties. Madam Speaker, there is therefore the need on the national government to reconsider the share they are taking and allow more money to trickle down to the counties in general, including these 3 counties and the county that I represent in Tana River County. Having said that, in defense of the governors generally, Madam Speaker, there are specific recommendations that the governors of Kitui, the governors of Machakos and Makueni counties have been given by this Senate committee. My prayer is that they would look at them and implement them. For the governor of Kitui, they must be told to ring-fence emergency capital funds for the acquisition, repair, and installation of functional biomedical waste incinerators and the repair of the malfunctioning overall CCTV camera system. Madam Speaker, in short, we want by next year that the governor of Kitui to look again at where does the biomedical waste go. And this is the same recommendation given to the governor of Makueni and the governor of Machakos. Madam Speaker, biomedical waste is hazardous waste, and it can affect a lot of people and also cause diseases while we are trying to treat people. If the waste from the hospitals are not handled properly, then, Madam Speaker, we will end up infecting people even more. And it is no different, Madam Speaker, the situation from my county, Tana River County. Even when you look at the referral hospital in Hola, disposal of biomedical waste is a nightmare. There is actually no effort being put by the county government to make sure that the hazardous waste, the biomedical waste that comes from the hospital is properly incinerated and destroyed. Madam Speaker, when it rains, even the hospital area is affected by water. It becomes waterlogged. Disposal of waste, biomedical waste, is a challenge. And if the referral hospital in Hola, in Tana River County, is like that, Madam Speaker, you can imagine the situation in all other lower level hospitals. Madam Speaker, I wanted to use this floor to call upon the governor, the CEC in charge of health, the chief officer in charge of health in Tana River, to do something about the disposal of biomedical waste within the counties. Just like these recommendations have been made to Makueni, Machakos, and Kitui, the same, Madam Speaker, applies in Tana River County. Madam Speaker, I would not want to take a lot of time, but these reports, Madam Speaker, ought to be served on the 3 county governments so that, Madam Speaker, the information that has been gathered by this Senate Health Committee can be applied, and next year, when they're doing the rounds, they will not find the same situation as it is. Madam Speaker,
Senator
with those
Danson,
few remarks.
Senator Danson, just
Yes.
to bring to your attention, the motion was moved in an amended version to include Kiambu, Bungoma, and Kakamega counties.
Yes, so Madam Speaker, with those very many remarks, I would want to second the motion in the amended form, and so, Madam Speaker, I beg to second. I thank you.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the Senate adopts the reports of the Standing Committee on Health on the county oversight and networking engagements in Kitui, Makueni, and Machakos counties, laid on the table of the Senate on Thursday, 26th February 2026. Kiambu County laid on the table of Senate on Thursday, 19th March 2026. Bungoma and Kakamega counties laid on the table of the Senate on Tuesday, 21st April 2026. Honorable Senators, as I call you to make contributions on this motion, please note that the amended motion consolidated Agenda 29, 30, and 31 that brings into purview all the counties that I have read out in that question. Thank you. Senator, the motion is now open for debate. Senator Mutinda. Please give her the microphone, clerk.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. And let me really start by appreciating my committee members in our health committee, Madam Speaker, led by the chair, Senator Mandago, the Vice Chair, Senator Mariam, Senator Hamida Kibwana, Senator Ledamo Lekina, Senator Fokilifi Mazayo, Senator of Lamu Kamau, and yours truly, Madam Speaker, not forgetting the new senator. I say so, Madam Speaker, because as a committee, we've done oversight. And Senator Onyonka, by the way, is also a member of this committee. And we've really done our oversight very differently. I say differently because, of course, I compare with the other committees that I do serve. And everybody has a role. Everyone has a mandate in terms of the areas that they really concentrate on. Madam Speaker, as supporters of devolution, that is Senate, we've really fought for more funding to these counties, especially from where I sit in my other responsibilities. And now, when we move to the counties, we try to relate and see the allocation of 30% in the health sector versus the actual output, Mr. Speaker. But let me appreciate these counties, because despite the challenges that we've come across as Senate, at least these hospitals are existing. People are able to get services from these hospitals. But these services can be bettered, Madam Speaker. I remember when we did the great county of Kiambu, just our neighbor around here. Madam Speaker, my area of focus during these oversight meetings is normally the pharmaceutical sector. And you realize there's normally a very big gap in terms of record keeping. These institutions have got computers that do not match the physical data. We have situations whereby we have pharmacies just around the hospitals. And at times, patients are directed to specific pharmacies to be able to get medication. And medication that is not cheap, Madam Speaker. When we visited Kiambu County, it was sad, Madam Speaker, to just come across about 20 young mothers under the age of 18 who had been detained in the hospital for quite some time due to lack of payment. They were so stranded they didn't know where to start. And actually we didn't move in knowing that they were there. It is actually out of our normal routine checkups that then they screamed and said, "Can you help us?" And we were like, what's the problem? And the problem was that they were not able to be released. Their children were also detained and stuff like that. And so when we embarked into finding a solution, it was as simple as the process.
Please give her the mic. It's gone off.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. All that was required was their birth certificate, because they are under 18, so they don't have an ID. Birth certificate so that SHA could be able to register them, give them a unique identity, and be able to pay for them the maternity services, Madam Speaker. And it was as simple as that, and all that had to be done was to bring in the SHA department that is within the hospital in Kiambu to be able to have these young mothers in the system. What am I trying to say? At times, Madam Speaker, the people who have been given the responsibility for management are the ones who are creating gaps, sometimes creating these problems. Because the governor has already given you a responsibility. You are the Minister of Finance in that particular county. You are the Chief Officer of Health. You know, you are the CEO of that particular hospital. Why can't you do also your part? Why can't you do what needs to be done? But I'm happy because we were able to, sort this issue of these young mothers. They were able to be released. They went home. But does that need the intervention of the Senate for young mothers to be released from hospitals? It wasn't fair. I remember, of course, we visited the three great counties, County of Machakos, Kitui, Makueni. Madam Speaker, as you know very well, I come from Kitui County by birth, very proud of it. We were able to visit these hospitals, and Madam Speaker, it was so sad, extremely sad, to find three patients sharing a single bed. And mark you, these patients are not even the way you'd think, like they are just young girls and boys. I mean, these are men and women. The saddest part was finding 6 Kenyans on one bed. 6. How? 3 mothers and 3 beautiful, innocent souls. They're 3 children. Of course, these mothers cannot sleep. It's very hard for a mother even to get a nap because you have to be keen. The other mother does not sleep on your baby. So 6 Kenyans in one bed. Extremely very sad. Yes, we found that in Kitui. And these are the same reports that we're tabling before this House. And I would wish colleague senators would be here to listen to the real reports when we go out there. And it's not something that we create, it's what we come across and what we see. Madam Speaker, we don't go for offices for tea and coffee and mandazi. We embark. Personally, I even check the delivery beds, Madam Speaker. And it is sad on how women are giving birth in the hospitals. When God gave me an opportunity to push at that time, I know the standard of a delivery bed. And we always, especially as the women in the health committee, we move into the delivery room. You find a bed with rust, Madam Speaker. It is sad. I even ensure I move into the bathrooms and the toilets, and you find bathrooms with no doors, Madam Speaker. No water, Madam Speaker. And you wonder then, how will a woman take care of herself with this kind of situations? How much does a door cost, for Christ? Even the cheapest door is as little as 3,000 shillings. Such that the decency cannot be accorded, Madam Speaker. Of course, many other issues that we were able to come across. We found in some hospitals, doctors assign the nurses. So what happens? The doctor is in his private clinic, and yet on duty roster, which I also keenly check, the doctor is, for example, is an example, Madam Speaker, Dr. Maina. But when you ask, where is Dr. Maina? He's not physically on the ground. He's working on a phone call. And this person is on a payroll, and he's supposed to, attend. And so the nurses have to call and say, this is the scenario. And he medicates on phone. Like, seriously? When we did Machakos, I remember we also deal with the issues of the employees, the staff. We found some casuals. And Madam Speaker, we found casuals in Machakos that time who had not, casuals who were in the cleaning department and all that, because when we kept on asking why this place is not clean to the required standards and all that, we have staff, yes, therefore there. But when we engaged the staff, the morale was extremely at 0, actually negative. Why? Because the staff had not been paid for a whooping 6 months. We sought to understand from the management of the hospital why, that is Machakos Level 5 hospital, why the casuals had not been paid for 6 months. By the time we were trying to engage with them, I mean, they were just crying and very sad, say they have children. Because if they leave and abandon the work, then they will not actually be paid anything. It will be 0. They will be deemed that they never existed in the first place. It took the intervention of this Committee of Health. It took the intervention of the Committee of Health to ask the governor of Machakos to immediately pay this staff 6 months. And you can imagine how their wage is. It's not so much. And they depend on that. They have children, they have rent to pay, and basics to sustain. And I'm happy within less than 2-3 days, they were so happy
that had been sorted. But the question is, does it have to take the intervention of the Senate for these issues to be addressed? Madam Speaker, there's at some point in one hospital, I asked the CEO of the hospital to pay for scan for that particular patient because the patient ran to us and was so much bitter. So much bitter because he told the system is not working. It was not his problem. But do we have to do it like that? One of my happiest moments, Madam Speaker, as I conclude so that I give my colleagues time because of time, is when we visited the great county of Makueni. I mean, a job well done by Governor Mutula Kilonzo. And we met a patient who needed surgery and needed a metal that needed to be installed in his system. The metal costed 200,000. The doctors were willing to do the surgery for free. The problem and the challenge was this metal was very expensive, 200,000. They didn't know what to start. You know what the Senate Committee did? The Senate Committee of Health decided to contribute the 200,000, and the governor topped up. And those are one of the proudest moments when we move and at least take responsibility of the patients willingly as a CSR. And I'm happy, I don't remember the mzee's name, but he had stayed in the hospital for 5 years, Madam Speaker. And when we had this story, we took the initiative as the Committee of Health and says, this man must be treated. We contributed willingly, and the governor topped up, and I thank the governor of Makueni. And I believe and trust that where that mzee is, may his years be added. So we've had positives and negatives, but I want to urge, as I conclude, CEOs, CECs, chief officers on health in each and every county, the clock is ticking. Wake up and do what is right. You don't have to wait for us senators to visit the incinerators to know that the incinerator is not working. MCAs in those 47 counties, you are the first line of oversight. Before we step to the ground, do something, because we are there to ensure that the people of that county maximally get the services that they deserve. With those many and few remarks, Madam Speaker, I submit.
Thank you, Senator Tabitha, for those moving remarks. Senator Ogola.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I carry it on from where my sister, Senator Tabitha, has left it. And I want to say from the word go that governors remain the CEOs of county governments. As we call on the chief officers, as we call on the CECs, as we call on the CEOs of the hospitals, this committee must go forward and find out if those sectors are funded in order to achieve what the aspirations of the people are on health. Madam Speaker, I want to support this motion. And primarily, Madam Speaker, health is key to Senate, and health is key to this House, because Kenyans decided that health was so important to them that at the time this new constitution was being put in place, Kenyans overwhelmingly voted that health be devolved. And primarily, Madam Speaker, Kenyans wanted health to be devolved because of the fact that they needed the services of health to be at the hands of their representative who they had elected, that was close to them, that would understand their plight, that would know the challenges they are going through, and would effectively deliver on the health services. Madam Speaker, I remember Senator Mungatana talking about some support points for the governors or for the county governments, and I want to say that probably the reason why a number of these functions are not performing as expected, Madam Speaker, is because at the initial moment, functions were not costed. Madam Speaker, health costs so much. We will not provide health services in this country if we have to arbitrarily give budgets to health in terms of just thinking in a county you're giving 1 billion to health. Health is a consumer of so much resources. But let's reflect on some of our dreams with the health sector. One of them is that our people require access to health services. And it is demonstrated that there must be, health services must be as close as possible to our people. That when you are sick, you want to find services so close to yourself. And that is why health was devolved. Madam Speaker, we are also looking for quality services and services that come handy in a timely way. Madam Speaker, my colleague Senator Tabitha talked about the many women and young children, newborn, that share beds in some of those households. And I want to say to some of those households and to county governments, shame on you. Shame on you that mothers, as many as 5, Madam Speaker, with their children can share beds at a time when a mother needs all the comfort, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I was attending a conference just 3 days ago where there are women, Kenyan women judges, top women judges, judicial officers, and Tanzanian judges, along with parliamentarians over reproductive rights. And it was a pity, Madam Speaker, that in a regional conference, Madam Speaker, an illustration of a picture of Mama Lucy Hostel was displayed to the participants. And Madam Speaker, there were 5 women, I counted, 5 women on a bed with children. Some of them were sleeping on the floors, Madam Speaker. So when we say 5 women or 6 women sleeping on a bed, Senator Mutinda, they are not sleeping. They were seated because they cannot literally sleep. If one takes a nap, they take it in turns, that one would lay their head as they wait for another to rest, Madam Speaker. But do we even think about the welfare of those children, Madam Speaker? And so this committee must go ahead. I want to congratulate them for going round and congratulate them and encourage the health committee that please go out more to many of those counties and see what is happening. Madam Speaker, the state of maternal health must be watched in this country. The figures that we have is that out of 100,000 women giving birth in this country, we lose 351 of those women, Madam Speaker. And I keep on asking myself that why should women die while giving birth? Is it a sin to bring forth to mankind? So this committee, I want to thank you for the work that you did. Go ahead at your committee work and look intensively at maternal health care. Pay attention to the mortality rates of mothers. Pay attention to the facilities that our women have. Look at the funding of immunization. Look at family planning. Madam Speaker, from the records we have, there are times in this country when there are no family planning pills. And you know the implication of that leads to unplanned pregnancy, which leads to many other things. Madam Speaker, I'm happy in this report there's attention to perennial health care, to the issue of human resource challenges, which remain a challenge in our households. And we often see the perennial health care strikes. Madam Speaker, in this report, something caught my eye, that this committee went to a hospital and they were denied accurate neonatal mortality data. Madam Speaker, this committee should tell these officers that they are public officers working for the public and holding public documents that we must access, because it is because of those documents that we are able to make decisions for Kenyans that they are serving. And so those documents are not private documents.
Honorable Senator Ogola. When we resume, you will have a balance of 14 minutes to conclude your debate. Honorable Senators, it's now 6:30 p.m., time to adjourn the House. The Senate therefore stands adjourned until tomorrow, Wednesday, 3rd June 2026 at 9:30 a.m. Thank you.